Greetings from the Duncan Chamber of Commerce. We'd like to thank you again for your membership in our business-to-business community here, the Chamber of Commerce, trying to promote the business climate and business-to-business relationships and work for improving the quality of life for all in Duncan. I've had the opportunity to kind of look through some of our statistics, and in spite of some recent layoffs, I'm happy to report to you that the economy here in Duncan still appears to be quite good and strong. Even with the recent layoffs, our unemployment rate's probably around 4.2%. And since we recovered faster than the rest of the state and nation from the recession, we have continued to not only add jobs to our community, but if you look at the actual employment base we have, there's been substantial growth in the number of people that we have to employ in industry and retail. So our sales taxes, which are indicative of a good, strong retail sector, are actually at a 5-year high. Sales tax receipts for November were over $1.26 million. That's kind of a 5-year record. We've seen an uphill trend over the last year, and we appreciate you shopping here in Duncan, shopping at home. We are hoping to continue to have a great year for retail here, to help enhance the retail that we have and bring other retail in. And we appreciate your partnership in that. The Duncan Chamber of Commerce is establishing, now that the City of Duncan has a retail study that's been published in partnership with them, and Duncan Area Economic Development is always doing gap analysis for us. The Chamber of Commerce would like to start a retail committee specifically driven to help our retailers in the community to increase the Chamber's credibility with the retail sector. So if any of you retailers out there, I know you have great ideas and you do a wonderful job in presenting your products to our community and those that come into our community and provide great customer service, we'd invite you to please contact me and meet with me, and I'll be coming around and asking questions because it is through you that the Chamber can do its job better. Also in the retail sector, Rue 21 recently had a job fair at the Holiday Inn Express. They really had a good turnout. Their goal is to add 25 to 30 jobs in the retail sector for their opening on Valentine's Day, February 14th. Also this past week, you may have noticed that the Duncan City Council approved the Planning Commission's recommendation to allow at Elkin 81, formerly where Goodner Steakhouse was, to be rezoned to C4 to accommodate the establishing of a CVS pharmacy. We appreciate the investment of that particular corporation in our community. I think that will be an enhancement to our retail from Elk to Plato there on 81. Recently, last week, we had ribbon cuttings for Triumph Carpet Care on the 24th, and also on the 26th, Saturday. I think you've probably seen the activity at Car-Mart there on Highway 81. Lots of things going on there. They had a great grand reopening. They had festivities on the 25th and 26th of January to thank their customers and also to introduce themselves to those people they'd like to have as their customers. And speaking of ribbon cuttings, you know very well we have great ambassadors that work with the Chamber to put the Chamber's good stewardship to the community out and do ribbon cuttings, but we have two partners in our ribbon cuttings that we would like to thank today. The first one is the Duncan Banner. If you get a chance, you might pick up a Duncan Banner. Another one is the Chisholm Trail Shopper. If you've probably read either of these publications, you note that they are always gracious enough to put and post our ribbon cuttings in their publications. The Banner will also accompany that oftentimes with an article about the business that's doing their opening. And we'd just like to thank them, because without them helping us on these ribbon cuttings, we would not be able to do as good a job in getting the word out to the community. So we'd like to thank the Duncan Banner and the Chisholm Trail Shopper. Also coming up last week, we had delivery of our new Community Profile and Business Directory. This is the annual publication of the Chamber of Commerce. And when you join the Chamber, you get an automatic alphabetical and categorical listing in this directory. You notice the cover was a crepe myrtle. Lisa Cyphers had actually won the crepe myrtle photography contest last year and was gracious enough to let us adorn our great directory with her beautiful photograph of crepe myrtle. This particular directory is distributed. We produce about 3,000 of them. and then we're hoping to go into a second printing, but these are distributed through our partners, whether it be Duncan Economic Development or the Convention and Visitors Bureau. These publications blanket the community and communities outside, and it's a great way to promote our chamber members, and we appreciate those of you that took time to place an ad with Sabre Publishing, the publishers of our directory this year, and we'd like to thank Sabre for doing really an excellent job this year. Also coming up this week, you'll be probably getting a call from Brandon Burton of Community Matters. A lot of you may notice the interactive map on our website, or you've picked up a map at the Duncan Chamber, or you've seen the community map. It's another publication produced by the Chamber of Commerce to help link its members together. It's one of the most used maps of our community. On the front side, it has the community map of Duncan. On the back side, it has Stevens County map. And even our firefighters and EMS use those maps because we've been told, particularly on the denoting of the county roads, it's really a spectacular map. So Brandon with Community Matters will be making his way around. This is going to be a new, fully updated version. And just like our directory, it's going to be printed and have an online digital version. So the ad sales for that particular publication will be beginning this week. So if Brandon comes around, you'll know that this is actually the publication that the Chamber is endorsing. We have a lot of map companies that move through the community, but this is actually the one with Community Matters that is sanctioned by the Chamber of Commerce to serve its membership. We'd also like to let you know that tax season, as you know, is in full swing. There was a little bit of debate after the fiscal cliff exactly when you should file your taxes. But AARP, with the work of Hal Jean Gillespie and others, they start on February 4th, every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 8:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. of doing taxes for the community here at the Chamber of Commerce in our auditorium. We'd encourage you to meet with them. And remember, it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, starting February the 4th from 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. from February 4th until the filing date of April 15th. So if you need your taxes done, make your way down here. We would also like to let you know that to help our retail sector over the coming year in partnership with Duncan Area Economic Development, Red River Technology, and REI, Rural Enterprises out of Durant, we're beginning our small business forums again. And this year, the majority of the topics have to do with things that will help retail businesses promote themselves using social media, social marketing, social networks, online QuickBooks, different types of things like that have been requested that we bring here at the Chamber for you. And so we appreciate the partnership of REI and DATIF and Red River Technology in bringing those to you. Also, I'd like to talk about a new member. The council, our council members and mayor approved that Air-Evac EMS is actually going to be establishing a presence here at Duncan, at the Duncan Airport Commission. Dr. Iser and the Airport Commission had approved that, recommended to council. And so we're actually going to have an Air-Evac system here in Duncan that will bring 10 to 15 jobs. We would like to thank Heather Taylor, the executive director of Air-Evac EMS, for joining the Chamber. They're our newest members. We look forward to doing a ribbon cutting for them in the near future. If there's anything at all that the Chamber can do for you, we would be more than happy to work with you. It is only through your efforts that we improve, because really, as Calvin Coolidge once said, the business of American business is business, and really and truly your Chamber of Commerce is a business-to-business network, and all of us working together to improve the business climate and the quality of life here. I'd like to leave you also with, I know many of you have been turning in your Chamber nominations for Man of the Year, Woman of the Year, and Community Improvement Award, Free Enterprise Award. These forms are available on our website, or I can certainly get one to you. I would encourage you to get those nominations in. If you're uncomfortable with using this form, send us an email and cite that individual and tell us why you would like to see them be awarded one of these prestigious awards. When you ask why, do you want to know why we're asking you to tell us why you want them nominated? It's simply because when these people win, it helps us know and feel when we're trying to judge, when the banquet committee and other members meet to try to pick the winner of this. It's not necessarily a popularity contest of how many nominations are received for each individual. It's actually the amount of change and the things that these individuals do within our community. So we really do appreciate your help and encourage you to get those names to us. Our banquet is March 14th. If you've not taken the opportunity to talk to our Director of Investor Services, Sandy Stewart, or myself, I would encourage you to think about sponsoring your ship. This is an opportunity to network and expose your business to a group of people. Usually we have about 400 people at the annual banquet, and I think this year its theme is Chamber Jazz. There's going to be a lot of great entertainment and great fun, food, and fellowship, and so I'd encourage you to let us know if you'd like to be a sponsor or if you'd like to attend. I'd like to close today. All of us have people that are inspirational in our life, and when I think about how good we have it in Duncan and the many benefits that we have here and how we all work together to move the community forward, when I was a young man, one of the persons that inspired me to do things was Robert Kennedy. And Robert Kennedy had a quote in 1968, was kind of the year I became aware that there was a world outside my bubble. And one of the favorite quotes he had, and I think this is what we do here in Duncan: there are those who look at things the way they are and ask why. I dream of things that never were and ask why not. I'd like to leave you with that and let you know that I believe, and I think you do too, that we have it good here in Duncan. Thank you.